Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. Pleased to meet you. What can I do for you? Oh, you must be that inspector people have been talking about. It's a damn shame about Miss Helen. She was always real good to me and the rest of the Rangers. Birdie's taking it pretty hard. Miss Helen was the love of his life. So, what did you want to know? I'm ashamed to admit it, but me and a couple of the other Rangers spent the night in Constable Keen's cells down at the spaceport. We didn't do anything serious, just a bit of pranks and vandalism. It's what usually happens when we all get to drinking. Guess Constable Keen saw things a bit differently and had us hauled off. No, we lost him somewhere along the way. Or maybe he managed to get away? I can't rightly remember. But he was definitely not sharing a cell with us. That much I know. Oh, Brady was mad about Helen. He was certifiable. The big galoot loved Helen about as much as he loved the game. Trouble is, Brady was not blessed with an abundance of temper. Helen kept Brady steady. If he lost his temper around her, it'd be because something broke between the two of them. What? Law, no. Birdie's got a fierce temper, but there's no way he'd ever have laid a finger on Miss Helen.
Can you think of anyone who would want to kill Helen?
Miss Helen was outspoken. She made her share of enemies on account of her expressing herself. Just between you and me, I heard rumors the Prophet never much cared for Helen's brand of blunt honesty. What can I do for you? About half my life. You know I was named third most profitable investment on 2 non-consecutive seasons? Ain't a lot of players who can make that claim. Except for the guys who came in first and second, I guess. Okay. I spent the last season injured and almost got sold to the Hephaestus Hammers. But now I'm all convalesced. Ready to lay into some Cleo darlings, you know? Really break some legs. Since it's the off-season, we're helping support the launch of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Meet the fans, sign tossball cards, that sort of thing. Just between you and me, Rizzo's ought to cancel the whole event out of respect for Miss Helen.
Yeah. That's all. Thanks, man. I'll just check your bathroom for any anomalies. Your computer. What you doing anyway? Staring at your monitor. It's off. Weird. Ooh. Whoa.
Is that a woolly cow? Why is there a woolly cow in the hotel?
Yeah.
Also, why do I smell alcohol?
Woolly cow.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room.
Yeah, true.
Woolly cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
It's been drinking? Yeah. They have a ratio for woolly cows.
An accurate observation, Inspector. This woolly cow is suffering from symptoms consistent with a hangover. A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Club. Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. Minus one.
You okay, guy?
Understood.
Okay?
I'll keep my head down.
I hope he's okay. It's Kenzie. Purple Berry Bunch. Signed Tossball. This Tossball, signed by Bertie Black Hole Holcomb, was presented to Dr. Margrave on a special guest episode of Space Hospital, who thanked her for removing a Tossball stick embedded in his head. Wow. Wow. Dr. Margrave? Then why do the Toss players have this? Shouldn't it be in the possession of that doctor? Weird. Maybe he's traveling with the team. Oh, there's a store. Vending machine. Two huge shapes suddenly bore down upon them. Halcyon and Helen saw that these were the same creatures she had faced on Maximilian Mercer's ship. From the waist down, they had human attributes, but above were slick and jet black. These were the Dissidents' evil agents, half man, half giant, limbless slugs. Helen, acting with canid-like swiftness, darted out of the way as the first slug struck out with its fangs. Olympus Opal, however, was not as fortunate, so paralyzed was she by the first creature's visage that she could not defend herself from the second. Its teeth clamped down on her neck, and after a few moments' struggle, she expired. Ah, poor lass. Having regained her footing, Helen drew the Spacer Strike's pistols taken from Mercer's corpse, still functioning well despite their economic make, and let loose in the air. The first spent casings met the ground. Both slugmen lay in pools of their own blue blood. "Apologies, my friend," Helen said sadly as she looked on Olympus Opal's still body. "But I wish you had heeded my warning. The colony has lost a great employee today." And with that, she also her pistols and stepped into the Marauder base. Sad. Very sad. Whoa. Cards. Where can I check these cards? They're not consumables. They're probably here. Where? Okay. I thought I could view them in 3D, but I can't.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Later, let's see.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Fine.
A single footprint, size 10, tossball cleat-sized. The soil in this residue contains a very high concentration of oxygen. Well done, Inspector. The weather monitoring station at the pilot house substitutes for a terraformer. The soil in his footprint likely came from there.
That's enough of a lead. Better keep looking forward. So someone stole something here, or what? Anyway, someone from the terraformer or autopilot something. Another one. This must be Birdie's room. There's a picture of Helen here.
The charred fragments of a letter lies at the bottom of this wastebasket. Your observation is correct and quite astute.
Station, meeting point, emergency. You think it's talking about the atmospheric station? Or maybe the pilot house? Could be anywhere.
Let's check both.
Someone burned this letter shortly after Halcyon Helen's death.
Maybe I could talk to him, but I don't know where he is. Oh, Burke. Leader.
Handled beautifully.
According to the journal, I should go to the orchard, to the meeting spot, and also to the prophet. That's the ranger, Zeke, and the woolly cow. Let's check the other wing. Okay. Oh. Is this the actor? Yeah, Spencer.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. This bottle, recently discarded, contains residue from foreign substances. Chemical analysis complete. This unit has detected the following substances: oil, terrorray, blood, terrorray, unidentifiable biological fluids, terrorray.
Terrorray. What's terrorray? Yeah, it's that wing monster.
Yes, Inspector. Logical analysis indicates these substances were not present in the bottle's original contents. These substances cause extreme gastrointestinal distress in humans. Large doses can be fatal. This bottle contained Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. The presence of terrorray biological fluids may have significantly improved its flavor.
Why do you have the oh? Made great version to you. You are talented, you are magnificent, you are a joy for others to be around. You are definitely not a two-bit hack. You bring life to the world around you through the art of theater. This man seems to be very full of himself. Mind if I hack your computer, Mr. Spencer? Just a bit. There seems to have been some kind of mistake. When I first arrived at the Grand Colonial for this unveiling, I was led to a small sitting room, the kind that an individual might be allowed to relax in with moderate comfort before being led to his actual quarters. It has been a week and a half, yet no one has arrived to deliver me to my actual room yet. If I didn't know better, I might assume that this was meant to be my actual room. If I didn't know better, I might assume that you tried to place Spencer Woolrich, a star of hundreds of serials, the hero of 8 rave sets colony-wide, in a room where he can hardly walk from one end to the other without bumping his toe on the foot of his bed or his shoulder upon his desk. I might even assume that Ruth Bellamy was placed in the Grand Colonial penthouse suite on purpose rather than by mistake, but I'm sure the issue will be rectified soon, and our positions will be swapped. I hope you won't try to tell me anything to the contrary. Another one. Mr. Woolrich, well, the Grand Colonial Staff understand your consternation at being placed on the VIP guest level of the Grand Colonial. We're afraid that there was no mistake. Ruth Bellamy, as current spokeswoman for the Spectrum Brown unveiling, is currently slated to have the penthouse suite. An actress of her station deserves only the best. The VIP guest floor comes in very close as the second best section of the hotel. The penthouse suite is only about twice as large as your current lodgings. And the amenities it provides are only perhaps 3 or 4 times better than those you have access to now. Your current lodgings are proper for an actor of your caliber. If you have any other requests, we'll be sure to respond to them after we get to Miss Bellamy's, the Grand Colonial Management. Yeah, I've seen this. Okay. Okay. Nothing to hack. Why do you have so many of your own posters here? I'm gonna save and I'm gonna try to hack behind your back. Yep, you didn't see that. So, Mr. Spencer.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
Are you supposed to look like Johnny Depp? Should I act? You fiend?
How does the scenery taste? Good, I trust. Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you, and how did you get in here?
I'm here to investigate, man.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time.
Oh.
That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it.
No.
Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Creepy old man. I'm not here for an autograph. How about you sign this? Are you okay?
I should think so. Signing things has always been a delight. I've even perfected the flourish on the end of the W. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Hello. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me. Back when I starred in The Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice.
They played an inspector?
Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
I'd like to ask you about the murder.
Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. how was it that Bellamy met her end?
Why are you so curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
Okay, what were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Okay.
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
Okay, I understand.
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
Okay. How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
I will.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
You know Helen well.
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids. I'll ask you this. If you'd been the star of cinema for years, then suddenly found yourself scrounging for bit parts while a younger person stole the limelight, how would you feel? In short, the two of us weren't close. But that's not to say my dislike of her was so extreme that I tried to do anything
So
drastic.
you admit you don't
Resenting
like her.
Bellamy is one thing,
So-
but killing her is another
Yeah.
completely. It's also beneath me.
Okay.
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Yeah, true.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject. I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer
Spencer
Woolrich
Woolrich.
on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels.
Never heard of you.
That can't be. You must just not remember. Or perhaps you
I
only
don't
recognize
watch.
my characters, not my name. Did
don't
you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? The Busker of Byzantium? What about episodes 13 and 190 of Princess of Hephaestus? And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that movie. Even if I was starring beside a 2-ton bucket of bolts and a woman with no talent.
Helen wrote the beat to implicate her killer before she died.
I
Maybe
think
that's a
that's a
robot.
bit of a stretch, don't you?
Maybe.
If you're going to come after
the
me,
name.
I expect evidence.
Be something
Unless you want to be
3000.
smacked with litigation. Smacked!
Goodbye.
You're here. I hope you have the Photon Proto Distributor. or we're never leaving this damn facility. That was from the twin spies. I played a sentient mechanical. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
That's all.
Please, ask me anything. You.
Yeah. Danger Close by Spencer Woolrich, Act 7, Scene 15. Open at the Pallet House. Johannes Danger, played as always by the dashing Spencer Woolrich, stands hands clasped on the roof of the Pallet House. He is deeply absorbed in thought, his furrowed brow and downturned lips making his refined face look all the more handsome. There's a knock on the door. Enter Lionel, Danger's faithful manservant. Sir, what's the matter? Everyone's looking for you. They want to celebrate how you single-handedly saved Eridanos from Boss Masher and the dissident junk ship. Ah, Lionel, thank you for coming to get me. I'd love to rejoin the others, truly I would. But when I fired my home-built anti-craft cannon, destroying the junk ship with a single shot, a flaming piece of shrapnel landed in the middle of the Rizzo's distillery. Several workers were killed. But worst of all, the damage to the facility will take thousands of bits to repair. Sir, you are much too hard on yourself. Though the facility was damaged, you saved hundreds of lives by destroying dissidents. If those people had been freed by the dissidents, that is, killed, the losses in future capital would have been much worse. You've saved our corporations from that fate. Perhaps you're right, my friend. Perhaps you're right. I am, sir. Now come along. Let us drink a refreshing bottle of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown in celebration of your victory. I like that very much. Okay. Nothing here. Okay. There are locked doors here. I need to bolster my hacking. Hey, it's Burbage. Oh, wow. What the heck? Is this blood? Is this blood? Hey.
Initiating banter protocol. Now simulating familiar and welcoming demeanor. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all board-approved actors. Greetings, fellow star. Your performance in Maverick Johnston's latest drama was memorable.
I'm not an actor.
Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded to adhere to board-certified standards. The most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolrich. Banter protocol exhausted, reverting to default behavior, grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen. May your atoms be commended to the Aether. Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helen's monopoly over the Aetherwave serial market. This unit's programming is based on Helen's most famous roles. Burbage 3001. Anything Halcyon Helen can do, this unit can do slightly worse. Now running shock and dismay protocol. What's this? Helen's death was a murder? How horrifying. Bring that killer to justice, designated authority figure. This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles. Randomizing despair tables? Oh, Helen, is there no justice in the world? This unit has no...
Why is there blood? What's this thing? What the hell is this thing? Why is that registering as an anomaly? Or is this oil? Is that engine oil? See ya. Okay. I need to wear something can boost my hacking. Hack +7. Just gonna. No, lockpick. Lockpick. Yeah, there we go. Gonna save for security and
Great work.
yep, nobody's looking.
You're a deft hand with a mag pick.
Yeah. Go,
Sure.
go inside. Let's close the door. And let's see what's in here.
Impressive as always.
Lots of useless clothes. Take them anyway. To the other room. Okay, let's go.
Bertie Holcomb's the great.
Bertie Holcomb's the greatest hacker in the league.
What floor would you like to visit?
Never mind. Oh, it's just
What floor would you like to visit?
I would like to go to the lobby, please.
To the lobby we go!
Travel to Purple Berry Orchards. Travel to meeting spot. Track down the profitability. I think there should be one more person. Hey Norville. Yeah.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
Did you know the victim?
Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans. Even started an association of like-minded individuals. I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode. Sorry, friend, but I guess you don't get it. Helen was special, had a certain quality about her, like she would really go out and fight injustice.
Okay.
You look at Woolrich, and no disrespect to the man, but you just don't get the same feeling. He reminds me more of a vacuum suit without nobody in it. Don't tell him I said that.
So
Now, what can I lend a hand with?
So you don't have any motive in murdering Helen.
I suppose you could call it that, but that don't mean I poked around her room or nothing while she was out. That'd be a huge breach of hotel policy. Besides, knowing Helen's athletic acumen, anyone who tried probably would have been found, beaten senseless, then hurled into the hallway, followed by the contents of a garbage bin. Probably, that is, it'd probably happen, but it didn't. I'm just theorizing. Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you? Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at 35 times. That is, I've been near people who were shot at 35 times. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know? It's one thing to tightrope walk between life and death every day, but for just a handful of bits?
What?
Nah. When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move from sublight to slug.
Sublight.
I ain't ever looked back.
You're a mercenary.
Well, slug is something like an offshoot of sublight. It ain't too difficult to pivot from one part of the same company to another. Disconnects or no. That said, my departure may have been somewhat hasty.
Did something bad in Anthony?
Well, it was, technically. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it turns out, it belonged to a wealthy Byzantine who used it only to vacation. As it so happened, I still don't think she tried to use it, too satisfied with the luxuries of Byzantium. Still, I figured it was a good time to turn tail, in case that ever changed. Stories. Huh. Actually, I think I got a couple now that you mention it. When I was first starting out here, I got lost in the lower levels of the Colonial. Guess you not, I ran into a giant purple sprat. Of course, I'd been drinking a little that day. Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys and backstabbing. Slug can be trusted not to salvage your ship when you turn your head. Please do. Sure, I'd taken to checking the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells. What? No! No! Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day. Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling? Sure. What's on your mind? Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing? No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
It's weird.
Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market. Or as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more. I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way. Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Okay, that's enough. Thanks, Nerville. What do you think, Big Car?
I always wanted to see Eridanos. Sky above, sky below, horizons without end. Thanks for bringing me along, Captain.
If it's brown, drink it down. Rizzo Spectrum Brown. So where to go first? We'll have to talk to them. We'll see what's the nearest place.
So when the Rizzo spokesman said that the unveiling would be indefinitely...
all guests, management urgently requests you refrain from using tossable equipment in the sudden death backup ports. Guests using the port have not signed the proper paperwork for death and dismemberment by any equipment other than knockout rackets. Any hemorrhages, brain damage, or life-threatening depressions caused due to tossable-related mischief will result in extensive fines. Should you desperately wish to sate tossable reparation needs, management recommends you visit the Rizzo's Rangers on the second VIP guest floor. Slug is not responsible for any guests beaten to death by the Rangers during scrimmage matches. Okay, that's the place. Archer.
Maybe you haven't heard, but we're in the middle of a lockdown. No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Vargas. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here.
Hey, Lily.
Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Donovan?
An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart thing he's done all month. Sorry, but do you need something? Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL. I wish. Matthias is about as useful as a manta queen in a saltuna cannery. Wouldn't give a damn if he were lost. Frankly, he'd be doing me a favor. If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is. The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
Got a fight on our hands. Everyone all right?
How exciting!
Thank the law. Dissidents don't belong in Byzantium.
Why would anybody bring raptidons up here? Don't this hotel have a policy on animals?
That's pretty weird. How did they cross? Chapter 2. Halcyon Helen commits regicide. Some hours had passed since Helen's entry into the dissident hideout. She had fought no small number of slugmen, destroying the abominations in singular fashion, and had met several employees from many corporations, each forcibly taken by the dissidents for use as test subjects. One such freed captive, who had called himself Hephaestus Harry, had accompanied her as she descended into the lair of the dissident queen. Helen had exchanged only a few words with him, and now would be able to exchange no others, as the man now lay in a bloody heap at the foot of the dissident queen, who, Helen now saw, was not the person but a tremendous mutant slug. The dissidents who had apparently been guarding her were themselves quite dead, and lay in various stages of mastication throughout the room. The queen feasted on Harry's remains, but as Helen stepped forward, the monster wriggled around to face her. A true queen for a gang of parasites, Helen shouted. The dissident queen reared back, opening its mandibles wide, and gave an inhuman shriek that shook the very foundations of the base.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yep, where?
Analysis concludes. The losing player used an overly cautious strategy that led to an insurmountable deficit in points. Slug discipline records show a half-dozen reports of illegal gambling in games of chance on company property. Perhaps there's evidence of an ante for this game?
My intelligence is too low. Where does engineering? Oh, temperament. I need to have higher intelligence. And should I increase my science? This? A slug employee schedule under Crew C, Purpleberry or Charge and Connector Complex. Someone scratch out a name and replace it with Evan O'Connell's. Wait, there was a... Ah, there you are. Slow booster. Are you the guy that is missing? Hey.
Sublight Underground takes care of its own.
So many doors.
Hey, that's impressive.
Hey, Miss Vargas. Wanted to let you know everything is under control. Situation is normal. Just small weapons malfunction and a slight gas container combustion. Workplace hazard, really. Maybe if you actually trained us instead of spending all your time shouting your overinflated head off, Slug wouldn't need to buy itself a new wall. Oh well, we live and learn, yeah? Someone not bothering. Is that anonymous? Okay. So anyone on my idiot maintenance crew is still alive and not actively on fire. I've gotten a dozen reports about an explosion in the generator room. Last I recall, I sent a team of U-Haul heads down there for a routine inspection. Please, tell me you remembered to shut down the void-forsaken generator before you started jabbing around in there. Tell me you at least remember that most basic of safety procedures, because if you forgot, again, I swear on my grandmother's grave I will find out. And then I will find you, and I do mean if any of your organs are still functioning after I finish with you, I'll rip them out and sell them to the nearest Spratwurst vendor. Which will make maybe half a dent in the monetary damages you caused on Slug's behalf. Fuck. Okay. She mad. Oh, it's the key I got earlier, which apparently I don't need, because I can use the card key. I mean, I've already lockpicked the other door. It's pointless. So okay, heading to the hotel. I haven't yet met any of the suspects. The Grand Colonial Hotel service elevator is out of order and will be for the foreseeable future. Please use the stairs to transfer all equipment to and from the employee quarters until further notice. Additional liniments will be dispensed for those whose back pain becomes too severe to continue providing the impeccable service our hotel is known for.
Something mighty strange went on earlier.
What happened? Norval get his cap stuck in the toilet again?
Not today. I was carrying a bag up to the second VIP guest floor earlier. Even for our guests, it was spectacularly heavy.
Wow, exciting.
I wasn't finished. I took a bad step and dropped it. Know what spilled out? Rocks. Whoever owned it was just making me carry it around for fun.
Whoa. That's evil fella. Attention! The Grand Colonial Hotel is seeking a new volunteer engineer. Skills include elevator maintenance, electrical engineering, civil engineering, computer engineering, quantum engineering, knowing when to keep problems to oneself. The employee who accepts this position will be expected to carry out their existing duties at the hotel for no additional payment. Talk to your supervisor if interested during your 15-minute break. And don't forget, with more hours logged each week, the closer you get to winning the free tour. Wow. Wow. So many things to steal. I'm not sure what to steal. Room B1 keycard. Key to room in the employee quarters section of the Grand Colonial. Maybe this is room B1? No it isn't.
Great work!
Gotcha. I don't know if I should be moving here now. I'll stick to the ground floor. I'll see what else I can see here.
I was a few minutes late with room service.
Oh, this is a cafeteria.
Getting. Oh, what the? Oh my.
Waspito, is it?
Wow! I haven't felt this great in ages. Wonder what happened.
Are you enjoying the amenities?
Wait. What's happened to you, baby? What's this thing? Out of order notice. Please excuse our mess. We're working hard to remove all of the valuable treasures our valued guests have misplaced in their pipes. Per usual, items recovered from the sewage inhaler will be auctioned off at the start of the month to the employees of the Grand Colonial Hotel. Note that sanitation materials will be auctioned off as well. Happy hunting. Happy end. Darts? Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Cool. Okay.
Can't imagine what it must be like. Living down here like sprats in a wall.
This place is pretty big. Whoa. You have access to Bob Mott's personal minimal effort door control protocol. If you are reading his message, you are not Bob Mott, exit this console immediately. And do not enter my personal quarters. Unlock room C2. Grand Colonial Hotel Management. Robert, this is to inform you that tampering with hotel property is unacceptable. You are not authorized to repair the malfunctioning time clock. I know you are eager to avail yourself of Rizzo's free tour in exchange for 10,000 hours on the clock, but you've forgotten where your loyalties lie. By accepting the free tour, you would have unwittingly agreed to become part of the Rizzo's family. You're Slug, not Rizzo's. Or rather, you're Slug. I'm disappointed in you, Robert. Consider this message your termination notice, effective on receipt. So they terminated Mott's. That Mott's guy was terminated. Yeah, let's get this mag pick. Scanner. Why are your friends dead? Your sprouts. That was the first room?
Here they come!
Oh, whoa, whoa, wow! Why? I didn't do anything.
Incoming!
Oh.
Try me! That's the last of them!
Okay, let's not make any scene. A. Let's check A. The Spectacular and Thrilling and Great Adventure of Elaine Norville in Halcyon Helen, Chapter 45 to 137. And because the ever-resolute Lord Bellhop Elaine Norville had brought his automatic Spacer's Choice auto pistol, now with added explosive ammo which he held in his big muscular hands. Oh, this is the room of Norville? The gigantic horde of rabbit cannons was all dead. Halcyon Helen, looking very beautiful as always with her beautiful eyes and lips and nice shoes, she quickly grabbed Lord Bellhop Elaine Norville's hand. Oh, thank you so much, Elaine, she sighed slowly, batting her beautiful eyes at him also slowly. You are the best partner I have ever teamed up with. You are so big and strong and good at shooting. I wish I had you with me from day one. Then maybe I would not have so many dead sidekicks. It ain't no big deal, purple bear cakes, chuckled Lord Bellhop Elaine Norville as he took a puff from his cigarette and blew the smoke from the barrel of his Spacer's Choice auto pistol at the same time. I'm just a wandering assassin. Being good at shooting stuff is only because I am part of my job. Yes, you are. And you are so handsome, sighed the beautiful Helen. Thank you, chuckled Lord Bellhop Elaine Norville. Just then they started to go for a kiss, but wait. Just as the romance was about to happen, suddenly a hand had grabbed Elaine's leg. Elaine screams, "It is me, the dissident lord. I am here to get you and take your bits and give them to everyone else for free," screams the dissident lord as the villain began to crawl out of the dirt. His zombie army was also crawling to the surface behind him as well. I guess there's only one thing to do, sneered the heroic Lord Bellhop, as he took a big Hammersmith flamethrower out of his back pocket. Wow, that he had been keeping secret for just this occasion. Time to make some dissident sticks. Gosh, that guy's deluded. But we all are, so I don't blame him. This pile of cartridges contains the IDs of Alcyon and Helen's sidekicks who were killed, mortally wounded, melted, torn to ribbons, decapitated, or turned into mechanicals to the line of duty or otherwise identified post-mortem. Typhon, Tim, Olympus Opal, Terra 2, Terry, Spark to Wonder, Kennedy, Burbages, 1900 through 1999, Bolt, Vanderhuge, Eridanos, Eve, Inconsequential, Groundbreaker, Maintenance Worker, Number 13B9, Caleb, Bison the Broker, Halifax, and the 26th season of the Tilebackers. Just take out Steve, Dirk, and okay. So it's pretty weird. It's a bit weird.